You ever have that moment of where you're bending over at the grocery store and suddenly you hear a huge rip? I had that moment yesterday. So this is the shoulder seam of my warm winter coat. I have two. One is made of leather, and it's really great. I just can't wear it when the temperatures go beneath 10 degrees Celsius, which is minus 10 degrees Celsius, which is around, I think, 0 Fahrenheit or something like that. I honestly have no idea how Fahrenheit even works. It's complete mystery to me. Anyway, so yeah, the back shoulder seam of my warm winter coat ripped yesterday, and well, it's still very, very cold outside, so I need to fix this situation as soon as possible because I cannot venture out before it is fixed. So here we are. Let's do this thing. Of course, the actual coat is not the thing that I wanted to talk about here. It's the general idea of fixing mistakes, whether it's fixing mistakes in your work or fixing mistakes in the world. It's hard. It's demoralizing. It's so much easier, technically, to just throw away that thing that you've been working on, the thing that you've been using for a while, instead of actually fixing the thing and making it better and making it still work for you, even if it's not perfect. And it is kind of a hard thing to be doing, but it's also really worth it, you know? Like this coat is far from perfect. I bought it pretty cheaply. It has lasted a pretty good amount of time for what it is, which is a cheap coat made of, well, plastic. And if I take care of it for a while longer, it'll have lasted for a very, very long time. I think it's older than my marriage right now, which is funny, but it has never once been perfect. I am a plus size woman, and Finland has only recently caught on to the fact that A, plus size women exist, B, they have to do things, and C, they actually want to wear other things than potato sacks. And this was like the largest coat that I could find. So it was pretty much literally the only warm winter coat that I could have. And even so, it is a little bit too small for me. It is, well, mostly in the hip area. It is insufficient. Otherwise, it's pretty good. But in any case, it is a workable thing. A workable thing that I can live with, a workable thing that I can use in a way that doesn't make it worth it, for me at least, to just toss it in the trash. Even though it would be very easy. And these days, I could probably actually find a better coat somewhere. But this one is mine. And of course, this relates to my work as well. I've written so many things that it would have been easy to just give up on. And doing that would have been easier, a lot easier, than keeping on working on the problem of whatever was happening with the work at any time. And it certainly would have been easier to just let go. Just stop doing anything. It would have been easier to just toss the idea of being a writer into the trash. It still might be, to be fair. But just like with mending this coat, this is actually one of the first times I've ever mended something, mostly because by the time things that I have usually need mending, they're so far beyond saving that it's just not possible. The hoodie I'm wearing in this video, it's my favorite hoodie. It is the platonic ideal of hoodiness. It's just big enough to be comfortable in a way that most of my other hoodies are not. It's not tight anywhere, and that's kind of rare in hoodies. This one is, in a word, perfect. After I was done filming this video, it tore. And it tore in a way that I realized that it was basically see-through all through the arm that tore. So that one I'm not going to be mending, because even with visible mending, I would have to replace an entire sleeve. And actually, I might do that, but I've already taken a pattern out of this hoodie. So anyway, that's completely next to the point. This jacket, this coat, was my first time mending pretty much anything. And it taught me quite a few things about hand sewing just in general. And next time I am making something completely new, I'm going to be able to carry that newfound knowledge that I would not have had if not for this mending job. And I'm kind of glad I do. And the way that connects to my writing is there are things that I have learned from revising my work that I would never have learned from simply writing new pieces all the time. And there are things that I have learned from helping others fix their own work that I would not have learned by just writing on my own or even revising on my own. And I think there's something very important and something profound in taking the time to do that mending in your own work that can help you honestly become a better person. If not, well, on top of becoming a better writer, a better artist, a better something. And that all on its own, I think, is worth doing the work for. Because it is work. And there's so much of it. But it's worth it. And now I would encourage you to go out there and mend and make that thing that you love or that just works for you for now. Make it new. Make it work for you better. Make it something good. I'll see you next Thursday.